So far, so good. I'm having a blast with this thing. Now, there's various different modes on this too. So you do have, I think, a cinematic, more of a neutral mode, and then obviously you have a sports mode on this, which I haven't really tried the sports mode yet, but I'm just kind of keeping it safe here because obviously it's pre-production. So this, as you can see, is controlled with the controller in my hand here. So it's a little bit different from other drones out there in the sense that you're using this controller and you're sort of pretend like you're a pilot flying around. And this is full 360, so as I look around here, around, up, down, everything, and you also can see the image that I see. This is pretty amazing. Now, there are some things to know about this. First and foremost, while it's 8K30p, there is no pure view night mode or anything like that for lower light situations. So this drone is going to be primarily best in brighter daylight. I do have to say the range, though, on this is pretty good. And being that this is Antigravity's first drone in the marketplace, actually, they've done a pretty good job on this. And by the way, the battery life on this is actually really good. I have to say, it's impressive. I think you can definitely go for a solid 30 minutes and not have an issue. Let's talk about the design on this drone here. Now, this is a very light drone, and actually it's much smaller than I thought it was going to be. Yes, I know it's under 249 grams, but when you get it out of the box for the first time, you're like, wow, it is very tiny and very light. And the battery on the back of it, very easy to slot in. And you can get, depending on the package that you get, there's a couple batteries that comes with it. Very easy to charge via USB-C. It's kind of a no-frills thing. You got this little bit of landing gear here too, which is really cool, which you can bring down. And obviously that's going to protect your lens from getting scratched when it, obviously landing and so forth and moving it around. So definitely use that. Now, there's no lens guards that I know of as of yet, but there are replacement lenses for this. So what's cool is I think Insta360 and Antigravity sort of kind of work together to sort of bring that engineering that they did with the X5 on replacement lenses. You now can do that on this drone. And I'm guessing depending how you fly, where you fly at, and if it's going to be rocky situations or, harder surfaces, that might be something that you want to invest in. But it's a very good looking drone. When you fold it up, very easy. The one thing I would say about this, just a slight nitpick, and this is something that maybe they'll come out with as an accessory, is that when you fold it up, there's no sort of strap or sort of harness to keep the blades from kind of flopping around. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is what the drone case looks like. So it's comes a little bit of a hard case like this, and you lock it in like that. That's what the case looks like. But as you can see, there's nothing to hold the blades in place. So hopefully Antigravity could add some sort of harness, as I mentioned, because that would definitely help out quite a bit. Now, as you've been seeing here, these are the goggles. And what's cool about this, as you already seen, is you can have a screen where the other person or people around you can see what you're seeing. So I like what they've done with this. It's something unique and different, but it also makes that experience more immersive. And this is really cool that they've done that. And here are the goggles inside what the lens looks like. There's some sort of anti-reflective coating on them, it looks like. So that's going to sort of reduce the flare, which is great to have inside. And as you can see, you can adjust the diopter a little bit here. Then you can rotate this and move this around for the distance. But I wear glasses, and there are inserts that do come with this to put lenses inside, just in case these diopters don't do a great job. It's decent, but the corners will be a bit blurry. So I probably would recommend, and I haven't done this yet, is I would actually go out and just get my inserts put in, pop them on here, and you're going to be good to go. But it does, overall, it does work. Now, the cushions on this are really nice as well. Everything is really good inside of this, the strap, everything. It's a very light pair of goggles. The only thing about it is that it does connect via a plug. And as you saw me earlier, it has this sort of the battery that goes around your neck, and that's what powers these goggles. Now, you do have a couple buttons here in terms of function buttons and so forth like that. Press this twice so you can actually see what's around you in black and white. And then you press it again, it goes right back to the view of the drone. Now, it will take a little bit of adjusting to understand where things are at. And maybe in the future, Antigravity will update their firmware and just give it a bit more, make it a bit easier to find things, because sometimes it is a little bit challenging. And speaking of that, we're going to talk about the controller. So this is the controller. This is what you use to fly the drone. There is no sort of directional pad with joysticks or a screen, nothing traditional like that we've seen. This is their own way of flying it. And when you first set this up, it walks you through a whole process of explaining all the buttons. And that would be my one complaint on this, is that while it's very intuitive to fly and very easy, there's a ton of buttons on the side of it, and nothing is really marked. It's just white button, white button, white button. You got the power button here, press it twice to turn it off or turn it back on. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of adjusting and understanding it. Yeah, I mean, it does do the job, and it was better than I thought it was. But I feel like they could simplify this a little bit more. But I guess this is that part of their design language, and Nah, it is what it is. By the way, you can charge it via USB-C as well here too. Here's the bag that it comes in here. And as you can see, when it's all packed up, pretty much good to go. Then you got some pockets here for accessories. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part. I mean, I think you can have some fun with this, especially in the editing software as you can with any 360 camera. You know, obviously during different angles, different approaches, speed ramping, all that kind of stuff. So you can really make this footage look extremely creative. So after spending some time with this, what are my thoughts on the A1? Look, this is a very fun drone to fly. You've seen me fly it. You see me very nervous flying it, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, the adrenaline just goes. And because it's so unique, it's so different from any other drone experience, at least I've had. So hats off to the Antigravity team for pulling this off, number one, and making it very fun and actually quite easy to fly considering it's such a large learning curve. With that said, it's not perfect. There are some things I wish were improved. Case in point, in terms of the visuals, I wish we could shoot in log. That would be awesome, or 10-bit color. Having both of those would really set this apart and really allow us to capture some beautiful cinematic, beautiful colors and color grade it to our heart's content. Maybe they'll come out with a future version, which is more pro, but as it stands right now, it'd be nice to have those things. Also, it would be nice to have a picture-in-picture where as you're flying the drone with the goggles on, you can actually see your hand and see the buttons and everything else around you. As it is right now, once you have those goggles on, you can't see anything but what the drone sees. Unless you press this button twice on the side of the goggles, then that takes away the view of what the drone sees and brings you into this ultra-wide black and white camera, and you can see around you, but it's a little bit too wide and you can only see your controller, but you can't see the view of the drone. It'd be nice to have the best of both worlds, picture-in-picture, maybe move it around the display. Because again, as I mentioned in this video, there's a lot of new buttons on this controller and nothing's really labeled. So it's a lot of feeling and trying to understand what does what, and you don't want to make any mistakes. Obviously, there's a lot of fail-safes in this drone, and so you are covered in the fact that if you do lose signal, it does return home very quickly, which is great to have that. But just being able to see the controller, understand it, especially being new, this would be a great attribute, so hopefully they can do that. Also, low light performance. We don't have pure view mode inside of this like you have on other Insta360 cameras out there. It'd be great if Antigravity put that in, but that changes all the time with Insta360. They're always constantly updating their cameras, adding new features. I would suspect that we might be getting, you know, pure view or some sort of lower light mode that's going to give us better noise reduction, better enhancements of the, you know, of the area around us very, very soon. That's just my guess. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'm having a lot of fun with this. But right now, being that a first impressions video, what they've done for their first drone, it's cool, it's different, it's unique. And in this price point and in this size, they're offering something that nobody else is. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for the support, greatly appreciate it. And I'll chat to you all very, very soon.